So now we will move on to the dividend policy. So dividend is part of the company's profit which is given by the company to its shareholders. So dividend has to be given to the shareholders at periodical intervals, but there's a problem. When there's a volatility in your dividend, this year you give very high dividend, next year you don't give a dividend, then you give a very high dividend. This kind of dividend should not be like issued. What you should have is you should have a policy. So policy gives some kind of a stability or comfort to the shareholders, and they know what to expect from the company in terms of dividend. So a dividend policy is very useful for a company. So if the company retains all the profits, then shareholders are deprived of dividend income. If the company pays out all the profits as dividends, then the company may not have enough funds to reinvest and run the company. So investors want a stable policy as to how much they will receive in the form of dividends every year. And this kind of uh, pattern of paying dividend is called as the dividend policy. To satisfy the shareholders' expectation, the company should create a framework for dividend policy as to what to expect from the company in terms of the dividend. This helps the investors to avoid both the surprise and shocks. Okay, so a dividend policy is like very mandatory for a company. So now we'll move on to the types of dividend policies that a company can pursue. So one is called as the constant dividend per share, and that can be divided into two parts. So one is called as without growth and with growth. Okay, so there's a constant dividend per share, and that dividend seems to be not growing at all, it's constant, or there's a chance that it can grow. So there are like two ways it can move. The next one is called as constant payout ratio. The third one is irregular dividend, and the last one is no dividend. So we look at the constant dividend per share model. So here what happens is, whatever happens in the company or in the outside of the company seems to be paying a constant dividend per share. For example, whatever happens, they pay the same amount of dividend. So you can look at this chart. The chart will exactly tell you. So this is called as constant dividend per share with growth. So they start at a lower base, then every year it also grows. Okay, but there is the dividend paid is like constant. For example, they might have started at 10 rupees. Every year they paid an additional 1 rupee, so that becomes 12, 13, then 14. It can be amount wise constant, or it can be also like percentage wise constant. For example, 10, another next year it could be 10 plus 10%, so it becomes 11, then it becomes 11 plus 10%, that becomes 12.1. So it can be in either way. It can be percentage wise, it can be constant, or amount wise it can be constant, or there can be another method, constant dividend per share without growth. There's no growth at all in the dividends. Okay, so it's going to be very constant, and that is the second type of model. So now we will move on to the constant payout ratio. So in the earlier constant dividend per share, the amount was constant, right? In dividend per share, okay. In constant dividend per share policy, the dividend per share was constant, 10 rupees. Then it can, if it's growth, then it goes to 11, then it goes to 12. But in constant payout ratio, the percentage, the constant payout ratio, the percentage is constant. So for example, we could see here, for example, suppose a company sets the payout ratio at 10%, then this percentage of profit will be paid out as dividends every year regardless of the quantum of profit. So however the profit moves, out of the profit 10% will be declared as the dividend. We can look at the chart for this. So the chart you can see, so this is the EPS. Okay, out of the EPS, the DPS also is constant. So whenever there's a high profit, the DPS is also high. Whenever the profit falls, the dividend also falls. Okay, so whenever it again falls, it again falls. So if the if we set it as a 10%, the constant payout ratio is set as 10%. Then if there's a profit going to be 100, dividend will be 10. If the profit is 50, then the dividend will be 5. So as a percentage, it's constant. So we'll move on to something called as an irregular dividend. In irregular dividend, there's no kind of a policy set. We can say that there's no policy at all for this company. Whenever they feel like they can issue the dividend, they will give the dividend. But whenever the board of directors feel that they don't have sufficient money, they can also stop the dividend. So it purely depends upon the board of directors. So irregular dividend is actually not a very good policy for a company. So the next one is called as no dividend policy, where the payout ratio is fixed as 0. So the company feels that rather than giving dividend, they could retain all the profits, and that profit can be utilized to grow the business much more. So for example, startup companies or tech companies like Google, Facebook, they usually don't try to give dividends because they have much more higher growth and they need more money. So rather than paying the money as dividend, they reinvest in the company. And even shareholders are accepting this because they feel that rather than having the dividend, it's better to have share price appreciation. Okay, so that's how investors are looking at. So this is a chart for no dividend. There's constantly it's held at zero. You can reach me at my website wowacademics.com, or you can also see my Quora answers. I am active in LinkedIn and in Facebook page, so you can visit at these places. If you just type Shyam Prasad and Wow Academics, you will get all these links in Google search itself. And if you like this video, give a like, share to your friends, and if you feel that any points we have missed in this video, you can post it. We will try to give an answer to you in the comment section itself, or we'll also create another video for you. So thank you for watching our video.